Welcome to Vancouver, Canada, and you better not record this for your thing.
Today we're taking you to Canada!
Yay!
Since this is my first time in Vancouver with you guys, we're going to approach it like beginner. Using Tripadvisor, I've looked up the top 5 things to do in Vancouver, and we're going to try them. So we have 2 days, and we'll see if we can fit them in. Number 1 is Stanley Park. Number 2 is Granville Island.
Wow.
Number 3 is the Vancouver Aquarium. Number 4 is Queen Elizabeth Park. And number 5 is the Museum of Anthropology. And my very first tip of the day, before you go to Canada, make sure you get gas here in the U.S. So there's quite a few places along the freeway, just south of the Canadian border, and it's a good idea to get gas there because it's pretty expensive over the border.
It's very expensive there.
Yeah, so we're right now getting gas and getting ready to head on up. So I need to offer a disclaimer here. We actually did not do the top 5 things in order. So for the sake of continuity, you're going to see them in the order that we did them. All right, so we're here at Queen Elizabeth Park, and it's a nice day. We're at the very beginning of spring, and I imagine when spring hits full, it's gorgeous with all the gardens. In fact, that's what was most talked about here, was the gardens. But I will tell you, I was looking through Tripadvisor at some of the comments people made, and I found that one person said the best part of Queen Elizabeth Park is actually Seasons in the Park restaurant. So we love trying new restaurants, and if that's the best part of the park, we'd like to see what it's all about.
We've got reservations.
Yes, I like to use Open Table. It's an app to make dinner reservations and whatnot. You get points, and sometimes you actually get money from that. So let's wander around the park a little bit before then and see what we can find. Originally, this area was a quarry for rocks. The rocks were used to build the roads in Vancouver. Once they finished mining the rocks, it was really ugly and quite a bit of an eyesore, so they ended up turning the small quarry and the large quarry in the park into gardens. What are you going to order?
Well, I want a Bloody Mary. They're called Caesars in Canada. So I'm going to get a seasoned signature Caesar. And I'm going to get the Mediterranean breakfast because I've been talking about hummus, and I guess I want some hummus. The view is spectacular, and everybody's nice here. I like that.
So this place is really elegant and nice. I'm going to get a mimosa because we're doing brunch, so that's pretty awesome. And then I'm going to try the truffle mushroom soup because I love mushrooms. Then I think I'm going to also get the smoked salmon eggs Benedict because, you know, when in Vancouver you should be eating seafood, so that's what I'm going to get. So what'd you think of Seasons in the Park, Mama?
I had a really good time there. My drink was really good.
It was nice. I felt like they didn't season their food as well as I would like, but everything was very fresh. You could tell all the ingredients were good ingredients, and the atmosphere was really nice. We enjoyed it.
It was a good meal.
We're both feeling the food coma after Seasons in the Park, and maybe that's just right because we've got so many park benches around here to relax on. You know, I guess take a nap because we're trying to muster up the energy to move on. But we're going forth. We're gonna head on over to the Museum of Anthropology now. They close at 5, so we want to make sure we get there in time to enjoy the museum and not feel like we're being rushed. What do you think, Mom? You ready?
I'm ready.
She's odd. Okay, so we're here at the Museum of Anthropology, and we had to pay for parking. It was $7 for 2 hours.
$8 for the whole day, so
Yeah.
that makes more sense, but it's only open for 2 more hours.
The price was $18 for an adult. If you're indigenous, if you're a native, like Mom is, we're Nooksack tribe, then you get free admission, so that's pretty cool.
Those are cooking pots. I'd place it next to an open fire, fill it half full with water, throw hot rocks in it to boil, and then throw the food in.
So one thing my mom has always done, even since I was a child, was whenever we'd go to museums, and I guess this was a way to get me interested in museums, she would have me find my favorite thing, and she'd have her favorite thing, and we would discuss it. So,
Or would guess, actually. I'd make her guess which one was my favorite, and I'd guess which one was her favorite.
yeah, we're gonna go find our favorites and show you. Why did you play that game in the museums where we would pick out favorites? Why was that important?
I just felt like it was a really good way to encourage kids to look at things in museums. Because as a kid, I don't think I went. I know my parents didn't take me to museums. You know, it wasn't something I would choose. But Amy was so inquisitive, I had to figure out places to take her to keep her interest.
So that's actually another travel tip for you. I think that's a great travel tip. If you want to figure out a way to get your children more interested in museums, to pay more attention at museums and not run around, you know, upset or bored, play that game with them. Get them to choose their favorites, and then not just choose their favorites, but discuss why they like them with you. And it always works because kids love to explain things to you, and they love games. So I think that's a great tip. That's a great travel tip. Thank you, Mom. That's Mom's travel tip. She gave it to us. This one is my favorite. It's so beautiful.
So this is my favorite so far in this museum. I love this totem. It used to hold up the roof of a house, and it's just beautifully carved, and it's standing on a head, and he's holding a staff. It's just very interesting. The staff may be a snake. I'll have to look more about this.
So we just finished the Museum of Anthropology, and what do you think, Mama?
I think that I have to come back multiple times because it's huge. We really didn't finish it. It just was closing time. It's closing at 5, and it's spectacular.
Yeah. It's pretty overwhelming, though. I feel like it is incredible to the point where there's just so much that you want to see, but you don't have the time to see it in.
I would like to do it in sections because, I mean, you go into one section, you've got all these beautiful things on display, then you need to pull out the drawers and look in every single drawer.
Yeah.
This was fabulous.
Yeah, great museum. Also, the Museum of Anthropology has tours available every day. We didn't get there early enough for the last tour, which was at 2 o'clock, but they do offer at least 3 tours a day. So I feel in a place that expansive would be very valuable, and you could really learn more about all the different artifacts you're looking at. So I highly recommend getting there with enough time to see a tour, because we'll definitely do that the next time we come. All right, so today we're going to hit Stanley Park, which is the #1 top-rated thing to do on Tripadvisor. And then we're also going to hit Granville Island and the Vancouver Aquarium. And in my preparation for this trip, I went on the Vancouver Aquarium website to see the prices, and they're a little steep. It's $38 for a regular adult like myself, and it's $30 for a senior. But you can also look to see what kind of discounts they offer. And one of the discounts is if you use public transportation, you can get $2 off each ticket. Now, parking in especially Stanley Park and Granville Island area can be difficult and it can be expensive. So we're going to use public transportation. When I went to look up the public transportation, there's a type of card called the Compass card. And we went to London Drugs. London Drugs is a drugstore, and you can pick up your Compass cards. It's $6 for the card, but then it's good forever, and you just keep refilling it. And using these Compass cards, you save so much more on public transportation than if you put coins into the buses or if you get a paper ticket. Take a look at the free parking link below, and you'll know where to park when you want to take public transportation. All right, so we just got to Stanley Park. This is #1 thing to do here in Vancouver. We're gonna check out the seawall, the totems. Come along with us. Let's see how amazing Stanley Park is and what we can find. That's our first view. That's pretty. Great skyline view. They got free tear out maps. So tear one out, Mom. All right. Let's see, where are we now?
Wherever the horse-drawn carriage are.
So we could do this. The totems are over here. Aquarium, I think, is right there. So we're on the seawall trail. One thing I will say that's really nice is they've separated the area where the bicyclists ride and where the walkers and joggers go. And so that's kind of nice because, you know, we're not going to get run over. And a lot of people out here riding their bikes. We're just enjoying the views. They're incredible. This is what the seawall looks like. There goes Mom. Entering the Totem Pole Park. Looks like they have quite a few beautiful, beautiful totem poles here. And then they also have a little gift shop over there, it looks like. The nice thing about these totems is there's placards all over to tell you the story behind these beautiful pieces of art and what they represent to the community as well as Stanley Park itself. Looks like in the summer they have a little water park for the kids to play in. And then after playing in the water, look at little Mama going through the kids' dryer. It's working. Is it blowing air? How cute. Just lumbering along his own nice and slow pace. Hagfish are probably one of the ugliest but coolest sea creatures. They're scavengers and they do quick work, but they're ugly.
I love jellyfish.
This is an electric eel and he's gorgeous. Don't want to touch that guy. So we just left the aquarium. Did you think it was worth the price?
Oh yeah, it was absolutely fabulous. It was a great aquarium.
We saw the 4D shark show and we loved that. That was a lot of fun. It's immersive. You know, they spray water at you. There's bubbles. They poke you in the back and stuff. And it was all about sharks.
We never got bit by a shark, I'll have to say. We never got bit, but it was
Thank
close.
goodness. Yeah, we were worried there for a minute. So now we're going to head over to Granville Island and check that out and see what there is to see there. I think it's a lot of window shopping and whatnot, but we'll find out. So let's try it. All right, so we're at Granville Island and it is under a bridge apparently. And Mom and I are not quite sure what to expect here. Mom says, what's this place all about? What I know about this place is that they have a lot of shops, little shops when you walk around. They have a public market, which is supposed to be pretty awesome. And then I kind of think that's it. Restaurants, they're supposed to have really good food here. And the public market, I think, is the most popular thing. The parking was $3.50 per hour. I don't know what the maximum.
15 all day.
I don't think there's any actual buses that stop off on Granville Island here, so I think you have to walk or take a taxi. So there's definitely a lot of different restaurants here, a lot of different shops and whatnot, and it looks kind of fun. We're going to try a spinach and cheese wrap. What do you think of it, Mom?
It's really good. I don't think I've ever had this before.
Tzatziki? Yeah. Kind of, it's a yogurt cucumber. You've had it.
Have I? It's very...
This is much thicker than normally.
Oh, okay. But it's really good. And this spinach, what's this called?
It's like a spanakopita almost.
It's really good.
So impressions are that this place is pretty cool if you want to shop. If you're interested in window shopping, it's pretty good for that too. But I guess we're at the end of the day and we're not really feeling like shopping or anything like that. So we're probably going to head home fairly soon. And we enjoyed this place. Mom says if you could spend the whole day, yeah, I'd come here earlier on in the day when we have a little more energy. So this is the cement factory. Oh, it looks like it's concrete thinking. ocean concrete, and look at those. They're beautiful. All right, so we have done our top 5, and I feel a little bad because we didn't give Granville Island as much attention as we did to the other ones. I think the reality is that 5 places in a weekend is a lot. And we were also doing a donut crawl, which you will see on the next video, so stay tuned for that one because that one's going to be a lot of fun. Granville Island did not get the attention that it deserved. That being said, all the places we went to were worthy of high rankings on Tripadvisor. I feel like Stanley Island as number 1 is pretty valid. And the Museum of Anthropology being 5th to me was not quite fair because I feel like that should be way, way higher. But ultimately, every single place was wonderful, and we're gonna have to come back later in the spring when the flowers are in bloom to really appreciate Queen Elizabeth Park. And we're going to come back here anyways because we have to actually really enjoy Granville Island. This looks like a fun place. So I'm sure we'll come back for other videos, and I hope you join us. If you like this video, click the like button, and if you want to see more of these kind of adventures, hit that subscribe button. Also, click the notification icon so that you'll know when the next video comes out. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for joining us in Vancouver. Take care. Bye.